Previously on that Cthulhu Jawn.
When it first bit me, the first thing I thought was fire.
That was the curse you were feeling coursing through your blood.
What do you mean? I mean, can this curse be reversed?
If you kill off a child of the Windwalker, the other person that was infected will be cured of their curse.
I didn't want to mention anything to them about Millie, but, I'm afraid that all this kind of stems from her.
This is too much. You're asking me if I want a couple of Russian guys to maybe cut my aunt's heart out.
You think you can swing by my place and help me out a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
What you find is a journal, and it looks like it might be Millie's personal journal. This journal seems to document every single interaction she's had with Walter. It seems like an unhealthy obsession. As you brush your hair, you notice a small circular scar on her forehead.
It looked exactly like a scar that the monster beast thing had at the museum. Like identical, like I couldn't get it out of my head.
Hello, thanks for joining us for That Cthulhu Jawn, episode 16. We are a real play Call of Cthulhu podcast. I am George, your keeper of arcane lore, and with me are my friends and investigators, Chad.
Hi, everybody.
Chuck.
Yo.
And Jenny.
Hello.
Hey guys, so last we left off, it was almost time for Walter and Millie's date that they had set up for Walter to come over to Millie's house to have dinner with her.
It's exciting.
However, Walter decided that he was going to call the Russian guys, Eugene specifically, and Walter said that he may know the source of this whole Windwalker business to Eugene. So, picking up from there, what's your next line there, Walter?
He says, perhaps we should meet in person and discuss some things?
Yes, where should we meet?
That's a good question.
The Gold Room again? Or perhaps somewhere that is with less debauchery?
This is, maybe, Are there any places around you in the Northeast that have better vodka?
He says to you, well, there are bars up here. Perhaps you can meet me at the Red Room.
Yeah, I have to make a phone call before I leave, but I'll try to get there as soon as possible.
Okay, so to get up to the Northeast, it's going to take you, let me see, you're in South Philly, so let's give it up to Bustleton, probably about a half an hour with good traffic.
So I say, you know what, maybe an hour will be best.
Okay, so it's about 5 o'clock right now. So you're going to go up there, try to get up there around 6?
Yeah.
All right. You go up to the Northeast, and
hold on. I still got to call Millie, too.
Oh, okay. You haven't gone up there yet, but you are setting things up so that you can. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So give Millie a call, and after a couple rings, you hear, yeah, hello.
Hey, Millie, it's Walter. How are you?
Hey, Walter. What's going on? You coming over sometime soon, or?
Say, about that, listen, there's some bad news. Something happened last night. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it up there tonight.
Oh no. I'm really sorry to hear that, Walter. I'm sorry. Can we make a rain check maybe for some other time?
I hope so, Millie. I really do. I'm a little worried.
She goes, oh, well, What are you worried about? What happened to you last night?
I say, I'm not sure how much of this you know, Millie, but the statue, there was something terrible that came along with it. A hunger, Millie.
What kind of hunger are you talking about? I don't understand.
I say the hunger came for me last night, Millie. It took a piece of flesh from me, and it cut me open.
Are you okay? What, you were attacked last night?
I say I was. I'm in pretty bad shape, actually.
Oh, Walter, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, of course we can rain check for dinner if you're okay, if you're injured, but I just hope you're going to be okay. Do you have to go to hospital or anything like that?
I hope not. I'm pretty battered, but I'm doing okay for now, I guess. But real sore and busted up.
So she says, "Okay, Walter. Well, I guess we can make plans for some other time. Maybe I'll come by the bookshop and talk to you sometime."
Yeah, I'd like that, Millie. Thank you.
Okay, Walter. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Sorry again, Millie.
All right. So she hangs up with you.
Kind of sits there for a moment. A little sullen. Pretty sad about the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. But you know certain things, so you're making that move. So after you get off the phone with Millie, I'm going to cut over and see what Heather is doing.
Okay, I was
Heather,
home, right?
Oh yeah, you were already home.
All right, I'm gonna say I call Lenny
All right.
to let him know.
Give Lenny a little ring a ding. What are you going to let him know about the scar on her head, or let's find out.
Hold off.
Yeah.
No. What time would this be, and what time did I get that call from?
Oh right.
The big man. Is it Chucky?
Oh, when you got a call from Chucky? That was closer to like 4 in the afternoon. That's about an hour ago.
About an hour? I might still be there. I was going to start doing a little investigating of my own. You might get my answering machine.
Which I'm assuming is just like, what?
You know what to do there.
Yeah.
Well, are you home or not there, Lenny?
Why don't she roll her luck? Maybe.
All right, let's do that.
Showered, maybe 8 before going out, so I might have just left.
Heather, roll your luck.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant I actually had to roll dice.
Yeah.
I'll be like that.
Oh,
I just wanted to hear
yay! Yeah.
Compared to your luck score.
Okay. Party time. Oh, sweet. 9.
Oh, okay. So you pass your luck, and looks like
I
after
was
a
on my
couple
way
rings,
out the door. Yeah, after the answer machine picked up, as you started speaking, I picked it up. Hey there, Heather.
Hey, Lenny. Were you sleeping or something?
No, I was just on my way out. Got a call. I'm gonna look into something for a guy I know.
So I have like a weird story to tell you, but I was helping my Aunt Millie get ready for the date and move some furniture, change the rugs that had blood on it, and I found this diary where she's like obsessed with Walter, and she like wrote kind of like really obsessive things in there. But
I mean, good for him, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I called him and told him. But even more than that, when I was helping her fix her hair, I saw a scar on her forehead that just looked just like the Beast Man from the auction house. Like, it's got to be the same. I'll never get that out of my head.
Yeah, I remember seeing that that little knot. He had a little wound up there. Thought it had something to do with the coin or the statue, honestly.
Yeah,
at
the little
time,
circle. It's the same. It's exactly the same. Like, it's burned into my memory. And she's got it. And I don't know if Walter's going over there or not for their date, but I warned him.
So you're saying she's like a werewolf thing too? Or, this is all a lot, all at once here, and I think my boss might be wrapped up in this too. Apparently his son's gone missing. So I don't know. Can't help but think they're connected. I'm gonna look into it on my end.
All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know, and like, I don't know, maybe keep an eye out for Walter since he's your next door neighbor. See if he comes home with a head. I don't know. Like, I just don't want him to go, but I don't want to tell him not to go.
Well, I mean, Walter probably knows more than the rest of us at this point. I mean, or he's hung out with the head longest, and those Russian guys seem to know a thing or two. So maybe he knows what he's doing. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to decapitate your Aunt Millie.
Or like rip her heart out, throw it in a fire.
If that's how it's done, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully not. I mean, what did they say? There's one before the rest of them, right? He might be able to be cured if the other guy was killed.
I don't know. Like, does that mean there's one before her? I don't know. I'm a little delirious. I slept 1 hour since the whole
I'm
thing.
a little rusty on my children's stories. I'm not really sure how it all works, but I've seen a movie or two. I don't know. I guess if it is, like a werewolf, right? It's all about the curse. So
Lenny, are you kind of becoming more of a believer at this point?
He's kind of working through it.
He's on his way.
I mean, I saw the dude get blasted and then turn back into a man in front of me after like appearing out of nowhere and then flying and then biting and then with the claws
gutting you.
Yeah.
And like ragdolling me.
Yeah. Did I get a point back for sleeping?
Oh, guys.
For it being a new day? Oh, and we didn't do luck?
We didn't do luck yet. All right, so you're still in the room with Heather, but guys, we forget to do luck sometimes. So real quick, break out those dice.
Got him.
Roll, and if you get higher than your luck score, let me know.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So everyone who passed that roll, give yourself 1d10 luck.
0.
So that's a 10.
Fat 9
Yes.
right there.
Oh, I was like, that's a ripoff. You got 0 points to it?
So back to where we were. Now that we got luck out of the way, Heather and Lenny were still on the phone together, discussing the incident with the monster. You guys got anything else to say to each other, or are we going to wrap that part up?
I don't really have anything to say. I'm thinking she's a little bit, like, delirious. I don't know.
Yeah, she hasn't slept in a while.
She's only slept 1 hour in, like, since the monster attack and then her running for, like, miles.
She ran for her life.
Well, if you talk to Walter, I guess let me know. If I see him, I'll do the same. But yeah, I gotta run. Get some rest.
All right.
Try to forget about it.
Ditto. Yeah, I'll try.
As you guys hang up together, Heather, are you going to be doing anything about Walter going to Millie's house, or are you just letting him make his own decisions?
I was thinking about, like, going there, but, like, hiding. Is that,
Like cock blocking, kind of?
Just, like, like how Lenny went to the strip club and was just, like, secrety with, like, the... Like, I just want to see if he goes, but I don't want them to know I'm there.
Okay. I got you. So you know that he's supposed to go to Millie's house around 7 or so.
I kind of want to see if she eats another cheesesteak, so, like...
I got you. But you don't know that Walter has called off the date, though.
Right.
Right. So, could be some room for hijinks. Who knows? So let's go back to Walter. Walter, you're going to head up to the northeast area, Bustleton neighborhood specifically, to the Red Room.
Is he? And what time was that? Was he at home? Because I never actually looked outside to see if I see his car. So if that call from Heather came before this, I might follow him.
All right. No, the call from Heather happened prior to that. So, yeah, you can totally follow him.
All right. I'll try to stay a little back, but his car is, it stands out a little bit. Although so does a giant truck.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lenny's car really sticks out.
Just a Pinto and a box truck just driving everywhere in unison.
It's not a box truck.
It's just the big cab.
Oh, wait. Sorry. It's just the big head. It's just the big head.
Cab. Like a semi.
Yeah, but it looks like a giant head without a body.
Yes.
Oh, I guess it does. I mean, it is the body.
No.
I wonder, that moment of contemplation after the conversation there, George, did when I mentioned the hunger, did Millie seem to kind of like react or have any insight perhaps to the things I said about the attack and the statue and all that stuff?
Give me a psychology roll.
Dang it, 71 is way higher than my psychology. What is my psychology? Yeah, I'm at 10%. That ain't gonna work.
All right, so you didn't really get a vibe off her?
Okay. No problem there, just curious. So then I'm gonna get my things together, maybe splash a little water in my face, just because I imagine Walter's got to be like super fucking busted up, man. I mean, being down to like 2 hit points last night and then getting stitched back up to 4. I mean, he's more than half dead right now. So I mean,
He's hurting.
I think he's probably like super dragon ass.
I believe that, but he didn't suffer a major wound, which means that...
Yeah.
Did you take back 1 hit point for the day, too? Because it's the next day.
No, I didn't actually. So that would be back to half-life. I like that.
There you go.
Oh, that's what you guys mean by getting one because you went to sleep. All right, I didn't. I was like, I want points. I slept 1 hour.
No, you get one. Every day you recover 1 hit point.
If you're down.
Yeah, but I didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't lose any.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what
Well,
are you
then
getting
fuck you.
points for? Sleeping egg. What do you mean? How am I going to get hurt? I run from everything. I trip
right.
on a curb.
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't find any ice patches.
I stubbed my toe. Give me some hit points.
I'm the only one with healing, but I'm going to go.
Hope you don't bleed out or anything. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I pretty much get my stuff together and I think I'm going to head on up to the northeast. But I'm going to take a copy of the scroll that I translated as well.
You're going to take the English translation?
Well, I mean, it has both. I mean, it has the original words, then my translation underneath of it. It's kind of like blown up, so there was a little space in between.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
Just in case, I'll show it to Eugene. I mean, I'm sure they seem to know more than enough anyway, but I figured I'd just kind of let him know everything I know and go from there.
So you do head up to the Red Room in Bustleton?
I do.
Okay. You meet up with Eugene. He's the only one there this time. Ivan is not with him.
Doesn't seem to be a problem.
As you walk into the Red Room, you can see that it's a very darkly painted walls. They might be black, they might be navy blue. You're not quite sure because there's no windows in here.
Okay.
May I have tried to catch up with him before he walked in?
Oh
yeah.
Yes.
I'm not necessarily trying to hide. I was just kind of curious where he was going. And
Well, you were trying to trail him without him knowing?
No, it didn't matter.
All right. So as you're pulling up to the Red Room, you turn around and you see a big rig.
I expected him to be going to Millie's. Strange that he's walking toward a bar.
Right.
And that's kind of why I approached. I kind of wanted to know where she lived.
Lenny, good to see you.
Hey there, Walter. I have a bit of a request. I kind of thought you were heading somewhere else, but do me a favor, and can you find out exactly who them Russians may have cured already? Specific list of names, perhaps, because I'm kind of wondering if somebody else is tied up in this. This might be the easiest way.
He thinks about it for a moment and grabs his book. He says, what's this person look like? Give me some idea of...
Well, how about just specifically a Joseph, Joey, or a Nicky, Nicholas, Nick. If there's any of those, just even make sure you get their full name and just tell me about them.
A Joe or a Nick? Okay, that sounds easy enough.
All right. So what? You're not going on that big date?
He says, after last night, I don't think I can survive another encounter with one of those things.
Well,
You see him, he looks pretty hunched over, and he's probably pretty busted up, man.
Yeah.
I imagine
You don't look
he's
so good.
got a
Yeah, maybe you
bruised
wouldn't have
ass
to-
from being dropped by that thing. And wherever he got slashed across the belly or torso,
That's right.
probably. Big chunk ripped out of his shoulder. Yeah, man, he's not looking too good. Plus no sleep.
Yeah, look into that for me. I got something else I gotta take care of. Maybe we'll meet up later or something.
Yeah, sure. I'll keep in touch with you guys. I guess Heather's off tonight, but maybe she'll have a drink anyway.
Yeah, if not, maybe see when you get home. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go drink while she's off, right? Nobody likes that. Then again, she's young, so who knows? Anyway, yeah, I'll talk to you.
All right, he gives you a nod.
All right, and Lenny, you pull away in your big rig cab. Walter, you walk into the Red Room. Again, it's very darkly painted. There's a lot of very old time, like Russian tchotchkes around the place, little onion dome towers. Lots of those little nesting dolls on shelves around the place.
Pretty cool. Soak it in for a minute.
It's called the Red Room, despite it not being red at all.
Well, I mean, given the neighborhood and the clientele, it makes sense. I'm sure they cater to a certain demographic. And I look around. Do I see Eugene from the door? Or?
Yes, you see Eugene. He is sitting by himself at the corner of the bar.
Excellent. I'll make my way over. Give him a nod as I do.
Yeah, as soon as you walk in, you see him take eyes on you. It was like he was waiting for you to come in, like he's keeping an eye on the door the whole time. As soon as you walk in, you make eye contact with him, and he, gestures for you to come over.
How many people are here?
It's pretty busy right now. Lots of people are in there. The bar's pretty crowded, actually.
All right. Well, I head on over to the corner then and make the nestle in.
Okay, so you have to elbow your way a little bit through the crowd, shoulder yourself between some people, but you make it over to Eugene. And Eugene goes, Mr. Walter, it is good to see you again. You have some news for me.
He nods and says, quite a bit. Perhaps I should start from the beginning. And looks around. Does it look like, we have like a little bit of privacy here, at least quiet?
Not a lot of privacy in here. However, it's pretty loud. So you feel like if you lean into someone's ear, you can probably get away without anyone else hearing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping. All right. Well, I know someone who originally inherited the statue. And I take out the scroll. I say, it took me some time, but I translated this. This is a copy of what I found inside the statue. It sounds like you know most of these things, but just in case. The person who originally told me about the statue, who inherited it from her uncle, was attacked. And I think that may have broken the seal originally, or whatever protection blessing you mentioned.
She was attacked by one of the monsters.
Well, I assume she was attacked by people. I mean, she wasn't. She was found later on the side of the road near the in the same area of the gallery. But that's not the only reason that makes me think this. The woman who was with us when we were attacked last night, she knows her as well, and she told me that she has the same scar as whatever attacked us at the gallery that night. A scar in the same place.
He says, oh, this is very important because the children of the Windwalkers, they retain any sort of scar or injury that they receive in their normal life.
Well, it seems consistent. I mean, I don't know much about the attack, but she was missing for days and then found shortly after the attack at the gallery. But, I mean, you know, she had the statue before any of this began, and then she was attacked, and then ever since then, things have gone, you know, more and more terrible for all these attacks, and the children attacking others, and...
He goes, well, if you think she was attacked, there's a possibility she could have gotten her blood on the statue, and that could have sent things in motion.
There's something else she said, something that mirrored what you said. She said that her aunt is very hungry now, and that she eats all the time. Much more than normal.
He says, yes. The hunger is insatiable. The only thing that can sate the hunger is human blood and flesh.
I was afraid of that. I was supposed to meet her tonight, but after last night, I don't think that I would make it through another attack like that.
So you suspect that this person is the original child Windwalker?
Well, I basically break him down with every bit of information I have and have collected since the beginning, and I try to get him to assess that and come up with his own evaluation.
He says to you, Mr. Walter, is there a way that you can possibly get us to meet this person?
Well, I mean, would your tooth be sufficient? I mean, if you drive near her house, would that detect the magic on her?
He gives a sigh, and he says, it is tough to say exactly what strength of pull that the Zoob would have when she is not monstrous, if this is the original Windwalker that you speak of.
I see. Oh, he gets distracted for a moment. Something else comes to mind. Surely you've looked into it, I hope. Do you know when the next full moon will be? How much time do we have to hopefully find a solution to this problem?
Mr. Walter, you have misunderstood me. It is not the next full moon. It is simply the next moon.
No. Ooh, well, gosh, that,
Ship has sailed.
damn. That's pretty terrible. Says, well, as far as meeting her, she works at the library in Center City. I mean, you could probably casually introduce yourself or ask her for a book and gauge things without arousing any suspicion.
Mr. Walter, if you would excuse me for my frankness, we must stop this problem as soon as possible. Waiting for the library to open on Monday is not an acceptable course.
Well, I can tell you where she lives. I mean, she should be home, but I don't think it would be a good idea to introduce you personally just because of when she was attacked before, I was the person who made the discovery, so her neighbors would recognize me, and not to mention that, but legal entanglements with any future terrible accidents, air quotes, would probably be very unwise.
He says to you, well, yes, the address would be nice to have, but it may be difficult to gain access to her house without someone who knows her.
Yes, I agree.
So, Mr. Walter, would you join us tonight to go to this address?
Yeah, about that. I understand you're on a quest and things are of grave importance here, but provided we're able to succeed in your quest, I would like to, I would prefer to live the rest of my life with freedom from the gulag, or our modern equivalent.
He says, yes, I understand, Mr. Walter. You do not want to get yourself in trouble. However, consider that there are many other people that are in trouble. And if we cannot gain access to this person's house, things could get worse.
Yes, things have already gotten quite bad as it is. Question, actually, speaking about current matters at hand. Yeah, I wonder, I assume that rich man who was at the gallery was not the only person.
Gordon Riles, you mean?
Yes, that one. I would assume he's not the only person you've had to visit, let's say.
Not since you have given us the list, Mr. Walter.
Ah, yes. Well, about that, I wonder, in your travels, have you had to visit anyone by the name of Nicky or Joey or Joe? Nicholas?
No Nicholas or Joe is on the list.
Maybe this was a name not on the list. Any others that you may have come across?
We have only aimed for people that are on the list that you have given us.
I see. Maybe one of the children got to this Joey or Nicholas. A friend who also knows some of the dangers more than most asked me to check on a friend.
Says, well, I am sorry to inform you that we have no idea about that.
I say, well, this place is busy, but surely they have drinks still. Maybe we should have a sip or two.
He says, you, Mr. Walter, as much as I would like to have a drink with you, there are more pressing matters at hand. So, if you could give me the address of this person, it would be much appreciated.
All business then, huh? As well, it's not very far from here. And does he have any? You got a paper or pencil? You got a napkin around here or something?
Oh, yeah, absolutely they do. And do you give them her address?
I do. And by them, you mean Eugene?
Actually, give them Millie's address?
You said it's just Eugene, though, right?
Yes, just Eugene there.
He says, he looks around. He says, no Ivan tonight?
Says, Ivan is back home right now. He is nursing some wounds from another person we had to visit.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that.
We have been very busy, Mr. Walter.
How many names remain on the list?
You gave us 14 names, yes?
Mm-hmm.
There are 8 remaining.
Damn. I say, I mean, based on what we know, is there any way to be certain that this woman is the source? I mean, is there any other methods you have aside from the tooth that detects the pull or the zoob?
The Zoob will have more of a pull near the closer source to Ithaca.
Yeah, I guess he says, Eugene, I know the seriousness of this, but you have to understand this is a friend, and just giving you the address is painful enough, but I don't think I can betray her any more than I already have.
He says, do not think of it as a betrayal, Walter. Think of it as a service. For you see, eventually, this person will become a windwalker, not just part of the time, but always.
Damn. He shakes his head. I would imagine he looks visibly distraught at this point, as well as beat the fuck up.
I bet he does. All right. So Eugene says to you, well, Mr. Walter, you have given us the information that we need. Thank you very much. And he puts $5 down on the bar, and he says, you can have a round on me, okay? And he gets up and leaves.
You should have got lucky first.
You guys said I was heartless when I killed my friend. Just saying.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like thinking the same thing. I'm the only one that doesn't kill my own friends and just run from them.
Yeah.
You don't kill him, you just let him die.
I just let him get killed.
I mean, you saw how fast that thing was.
I give him medicine and first
Yeah.
aid, though.
Yeah, there ain't no stopping that thing.
I'm just a baby.
You just gotta be faster than the slowest one. And in this case, there were slowest two. So, I mean, like, you were
Exactly.
third.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know if you can be faster than that thing, though. It's
Alright.
gonna get you eventually. If it wants you.
Just gotta be faster than you two.
That'll take us out to about 7 o'clock. And Lenny, what are you doing during that time?
I drove to work. Though it might be closed.
It's not closed. You just have worked there long enough that you don't have to work weekends.
Okay, good. That's even better. I need to get into Skinny Joey's office. But first, yeah, I'm gonna go to the HR the dispatch again, and I'm gonna see if I can get what was Little Nicky's full name and phone number.
Little Nicky's full name was Nicholas Cornelli, and it does have his number listed on there. All you have to do is ask Carla, and she gives it to you.
Say that, Carla. Did you ever hear anything? I know, he was out sick or something. Did he ever hear anything back from Little Nicky there?
You know, it's funny, right? His wife called here so many times looking for him.
Yeah.
But he just kind of disappeared, it seems like, off the face of the earth.
Huh. All right. Well, thanks. If you can give me his number, just like to check on him, maybe.
Yeah, sure, of course.
And she writes it down for you.
Thanks a lot, there. Do you know if Skinny Joey's secretary's in?
Says, yeah, Skinny Joey's secretary's in, and she's right up out front of his office as usual.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. I'll see you later, there, Dal.
All right. So you leave Carla. Do you head over to Skinny Joe's office, or?
Yeah.
All right. You head over to Skinny Joe's office, and there is his secretary, Laura, out front, who usually just lets you in. But she sees you as you walk in, and Laura says to you, oh, Joey's not in today, right?
Yeah, I know that. I got a call from his father, honestly, and asked me to look into something. So, was wondering if you could let me in his office there.
She says to you, well, I'm not really supposed to. Give her a persuasion roll. Or intimidation, or charm, or fast talk. They're the interpersonal skills.
I say, his father's gonna be pretty upset if you don't You don't let me in there. Is it too intimidate?
Okay.
Ball sack. 60 ain't gonna do it.
All right. So she says to you, well, I mean, if Chucky wants you to come in, you can tell Chucky to let me know.
I kind of lean in a little closer. I'm gonna try to push it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, you expect me to call him back? I should just let myself in. And I lean in very close.
All right.
Damn. Come on, pass this shit.
Oh, that's even worse at a 92.
No!
Whoops.
Fucking dick.
I backed out.
So she gets up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And she says to you, listen, you can get out of here right now. And she holds up a can and she says, or I can mace you out of here.
All right. You know, I guess I'm gonna have the big guy call you. Just didn't want to have to take that trip back. All right.
She goes, listen, we don't take, a lot of shit
out.
from underlings here. Yeah, and you walk out, close the door behind you.
I'm trying to be more than an underling, lady.
Trying to be an overling.
I want to be an overling.
He said you're like family now.
But yeah, apparently not. She didn't get the memo, bitch. So, I might have to. I don't know. I might hang and wait till she leaves. Go sit in my truck and watch the parking lot.
All right. So you sit in your truck, watch the parking lot. After about an hour of listening to the radio,
I got Vile Token playing.
fuck yeah. Vile Token! After listening to the radio for a little bit, you see Laura walk out to her car. She gets in and she drives away. And you know that right now, particularly on a Saturday, there's not going to be a whole lot of traffic going in and out. There's only a couple truckers right now working, doing deliveries. And there's really no one there aside from that and the loaders.
All right, I'll wait probably like another 15 minutes.
Okay. So you wait a little bit longer. She has driven away and seems to have been gone for a while now. You go in and you notice that the door to Skinny Joey's office is locked.
Is there a janitor's closet or anything? Would there be like somebody with all the keys?
Absolutely, there's definitely a janitor there.
Just try to intimidate him.
Listen here, mopping bucket.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me them keys, see, and then you're gonna scram.
I want those keys. I'm gonna go find them, I guess.
Alright.
I don't know if he's here, but go to that wherever he might keep his shit.
So, after about 15 minutes of going around the warehouse and shit, you eventually do find one of the janitors. And they're there emptying out a trash can, putting a new bag in it. And they look up to you when you come in.
I say, give you $20. You let me hold on to those keys. I'll bring them back 15, 20 minutes.
Give me a persuade roll.
Oh, man. That one's even worse. I should have said 50. Mm-hmm. Oh, poop. That would have passed the other one. Fail.
All right. So, if you want to push the roll, you can exchange out a roll of persuade for intimidate, or charm, or fast talk.
I think I'm probably going a little too far. I mean, on a whim, I don't know. I think I'll just leave with my tail between my legs.
All right.
So I head home.
All right.
See if Walter's home.
Let's see. So that'll take us out to about 9 o'clock. Walter, what have you been doing after Eugene left the Red Room?
Probably went home and he probably has a bottle of whiskey somewhere and crack that bad boy open. He's probably just sitting at the kitchen table all by himself, drinking glass after glass. Maybe not.
Wow.
That many,
Okay.
at least 2 or 3.
Really hitting it hard. With all this weighing down on you, Walter, give me a sanity roll.
12 is pretty sane.
All right. So, I mean, this is weighing on you, but it's not, for whatever reason, shaking you to the core. Maybe it just hasn't, the full reality of it hasn't hit you yet. But you definitely are worried about what's going to happen.
Sure. I think, like, if everything is to be believed, and at this point he really doesn't have any reason not to believe everything that's been going on, I mean, he does kind of feel like he's still doing the right thing. I mean, it's terrible that it has to be Millie that pays an ultimate price here, but is, you know, her life more than countless other lives, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, that's pretty much what he's weighing in the balance as he drinks these glass after glass of whiskey.
Okay. All right. Heather, what are you doing?
Stalking Millie.
Okay.
I probably, I got a cab there right after talking to Lenny. A little delirious. Grabbed, 2 coffees from Dunkin' Donuts. Because I'm like, I'm going to stay up forever. I'm going to figure this out.
So you get to Millie's in the cab. You ask the cab driver to drop you off a block away or something like that. Mm-hmm. So you can just kind of sneak up. Are you in disguise or anything?
Rich girl attire.
She's like, yeah. I feel like she's kind of like a goober. And she's super tired. So, yeah.
Give me a disguise roll.
Yay. I mean, I don't have any points in it. Oh, yeah, I do have a couple. I do have a couple.
Okay.
Not much. I passed it.
Put a little check next to it.
Yeah, definitely check that off.
I got 19 and I have 25.
Nice.
Very cool.
All right, so you're pretty unrecognizable right now. You're just kind of walking up and down the block or around the block a couple times. You even see Millie come out at one point on the front step to water some plants out front, and she doesn't recognize you at all.
Yes.
So you're standing there, and it takes an hour or something like that of you just hanging out. You notice Walter's not coming, but you do see another car pull up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I totally forgot about that.
You see another car pull up. And you recognize this car from last night. It's the car that the Russian guys got out of.
Oh, my God.
They pull up on the block, park. One of the guys stays in the car. One of the guys gets up and out the car. It looks like the bigger dude has gotten out of the car, and he's got his big trench coat on, big hat on, too. He walks over to Millie's house and knocks on the door. What do you do?
Was I close already in my pacing back and forth? How?
You were across the street, rounding the block.
Okay.
You can pause and tie your shoe or something.
Yeah, I definitely go closer and start looking in my purse.
Okay.
Just oh, where's that cherry lip gloss I have? Mm-hmm. Just digging around.
So just kind of stalling a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. You see him knock on the door, and the door opens. You see the actual front door open, the wooden front door. And then the screen door opens, and you see him push Millie inside.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Damn. Do you do anything?
I want to run. I want to run to the back of her house. I'm I'm too wimpy, but I want to run to the back window, the same window where I guess Walter looked in.
Okay. All right, so you run around to her backyard. You have to hop a fence to get into the backyard. So give me a jump roll.
It's more of a climb, isn't it? I mean...
Climb or jump, whatever you want.
Let's see if I need... Well, I don't have any points in any of them, so it doesn't really matter.
They're both 20.
Fail.
Fail? Okay, so you start to try to get over this fence. You get to the top of it and you kind of crotch it. You're like, oh!
Yep.
You're a little stuck there for a second.
Spikes up.
Do you want to push the roll?
I mean, I love rolling the dice, but I just don't have any points in it, so I think it's stupid, but...
Do you want to spend luck to make up the difference?
Yes.
That you can do.
Okay, so I'll do... It's 14.
Okay. So
Luck
take 14
points.
lucks off your luck score. 14 points off your luck
Check
score.
that box.
I like 14 lux.
Yeah, make sure you check the box too.
Oh,
Counts the pass.
Yep.
getting all these little checks.
Yeah, checks are good. So, you get over the fence eventually, even though you crotched it a little bit. Kind of land, but roll. As you get up, you can see the window, and you can see Millie, and it looks like she's trying to throw something at the Russian guy. And then you see Millie suddenly get very large.
No.
She starts to grow.
Orphan time.
She starts to grow, and you hear a howl.
Oh my god, it's happening.
Sanity
it's happening,
roll.
everybody.
You're gonna get a sanity roll.
Make my dice sound louder. Yeah, I passed it.
You pass your
47.
sanity. Very good.
And I have 68.
So you
I have
can do
67.
you can do whatever you want right now. You see this happening, but you know to react to it, however which way you want to react.
What do you think Heather would do?
Run
That
away,
bitch
maybe.
runs.
All right, so Heather
Well,
runs.
Walter didn't go there. Time to leave.
I would say you can jump over that fence again.
Yeah.
All right.
Crotches it probably on the way out.
Probably on the way out too, but I won't make you roll that one again. So you get over that fence and start just booking it, thinking about your Aunt Millie the whole time and what all the crazy shit that you've seen in the past couple days here. And Heather, you just keep on booking it. And let's go to...
Do I like recognize the car, but do I also recognize that it is the Russian guys that I've...
Yeah, you saw
I
them
do,
before.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
okay.
recognize all of them. But you're booking it running into the night, not even sure where you're running to. You're just so terrified. Let's go then. Where are you heading to? You're going to eventually, I guess, call a cab and go home, right?
Yeah, I'd probably do the
Or do you call
usual,
the
like,
police? Do you call
No.
anyone?
I
Nope.
think all the police are crooked now since
That makes sense.
the whole Thompson thing. And I don't know, maybe like Lenny's like a bad good influence on me. I'm like,
I ain't talking to no fucking police.
I don't trust
I ain't
them.
no snitch.
So whatever like bar I run into in like Lawndale, Longcrest, whatever, go in there,
Okay.
have a drink, use their phone, call a cab.
All right. That's what you do. You're a little shaky when they hand you a drink. And call the cab and you go home. Is everyone home at this point?
I am. Mm-hmm. I've been pacing
Okay.
back and forth, looking out the window. Unless I was waiting for Walter.
Yeah, I was
so,
actually going to give
unless he was
Lenny a
over
call
there.
and give him an update after a couple drinks.
So, is it get back to everyone went home?
No.
Can I change my mind? I kind of was
About what?
thinking in the cab, can I change?
I
Like,
think
why
we
would
all
I
went
go
to
home?
Walter's.
I don't know.
Like, I just saw my aunt turn into a monster.
You can change your mind in the cab if you want.
Yeah. And then I go to their street and see, like, I mean, they live across the street from each other. They're the only people that I could tell this to.
Okay.
I wouldn't go home to fucking Krusty Bottom.
So you take a ride to Lenny's house, or
Yeah.
Lenny and Walter's neighborhood anyway.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I watched that TV show growing up.
Oh,
Lenny and Walter's Neighborhood.
Just neighborhood.
Probably too young for it.
hello, neighbor.
Whose door do you knock on, Heather?
Is the big head to Lenny's truck out front of his house?
I believe it is.
All right. Well, if that's in front of his house in his usual spot taking up 3 spots, I'm gonna knock at his door first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep trash cans in it too when I pull out.
Nice. Fucking asshole.
Spots taken.
Say reserved.
All right, so you knock on Lenny's door.
Like a lunatic.
Lenny,
Okay.
you heard a pounding on your door.
Well, if I heard it from Walter's place, I might have just got home, but I went straight to his place if he was home.
Oh. Okay.
I'm sorry, my bad.
That's
So
okay.
you went to
You're
Walter.
just ignoring me.
So
We all changed our
you're
mind.
Heather, you're pounding on Lenny's door and you're not getting any answer.
I just run across the street.
Go to
I've been
Walter's
carrying
house.
my shotgun under my jacket, my sawed-off, since I've left because you know what we saw last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Makes
I
sense.
made sure to reload mine.
I don't normally like to carry it around, but wintertime, pretty easy to hide.
Right.
I got it on a little rope around my shoulder.
All right, so Heather, after pounding on Lenny's door and not getting any answer, do you head over to Walter's house?
Yeah, I just run right across the street and then do the same thing on his door.
Tungsten light is a nice bright yellow.
Yeah. So you're hearing that pounding on your door there, Walter?
I might still be taking my jacket
I'll
off.
go back to the door and see who it is. Open the door. Heather, come in.
I just
Yeah.
I just run in and I just say, like, I just saw it. I saw the Russian guys show up at Millie's house. I was making sure you didn't go there, Walter, and I went and I was at the back door and the Russian guys pulled up and they went in her house and she turned into the monster. She turned into the I watched it. And then I just ran.
Shit. Like you're saying it was Millie and then she became one of those things?
It was Millie. I watched her transform into this creature.
Like the one we saw last night.
Like the one we saw in the auction house.
So it's true, huh?
Shit.
And last night.
And last.
Did you hear anything? I mean, did you see them leave, or what happened?
No, I just ran. They showed up at the front door, pushed in the screen door, and I saw them struggling with Millie, and then she turned, and then I just didn't know what to do. I just ran.
Holy shit. He grabs 2 glasses.
And you didn't hear any big booming sounds as you ran
Oh.
away?
She made a crazy howl, the same one that we heard
Oh.
that night.
So you didn't hear any firearms, gunshots?
No.
Well, I wonder if our Russian friends are still with us.
I don't know. I didn't stick around to see.
Walter
Alright.
pours 2 more glasses of whiskey.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
we're gonna need it.
2
Yeah.
fingers of Tullamore do.
Well, I was just about to ask you, Walter, what did you do with that statue anyway, when you were repairing it? You still got it?
I got rid of that thing as soon as I could. I gave it back to
Where's it at now?
the gallery last I knew. I gave it back to the gal with the glasses and the shoulder
Yeah.
pads.
All right. I'm gonna follow up with them, and I got a few questions. Wonder if they're open tomorrow. Sunday, right? You got her card by any chance?
Well, depending on what, if I may, I mean, did you have the number to the gallery? I mean, is it something? What time is it? Look at the clock.
It's got to be getting late.
I mean, is it something important, or how important is it?
Well, I don't know. It could depend on what's going on with the statue now, or if it's causing any trouble with some other people. I mean, it's kind of why I'm curious. Or if it's even there.
Well, I mean, I do have her home phone number. I mean, if you really think there's a threat to the statue, it might be worth giving her a call to make sure that it's okay. Is that something?
I mean, let's say this thing is Koist, right? I mean, obviously it's no good, and it did some bad things to some good people already, we assume, I guess. So, what is it doing now? I mean, do you think her life is in danger by any chance being around that statue? I'd say for sure, from what we know.
I wonder.
Just curious, though.
She did
I mean,
seem-
you know, it's...
Didn't Walter tell us that like there's a
Yeah.
token in there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the cause of it all?
And then
Yep.
he read the whole story and the thing.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
whole with
pretty
the
much
gulag
what we
and the-
saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I want to say that I jump in and be like, yeah, we got to get that statue. We got to destroy it.
Okay. All
I've been
right.
thinking a lot about it.
Doing doodles.
Here we go
You know,
again.
napkins and stuff. Sometimes.
All right, so Walter, do you call Vanessa?
I might. I mean, at this point, I'm not 100% certain what exactly I would say to her. With the price tag attached to that thing, I mean, I wouldn't expect her to just hand it over so that we could destroy it. I mean,
Is her address on the card?
I don't have her card. I have her phone number to her house in the
Oh.
Ventucci Gallery.
I got a feeling that she doesn't have it at the moment.
Oh, interesting. You just inadvertently reminded me. I asked the Russians about the Nicholas or Joey, but they said they didn't come across anybody like that. However, the
Alright.
big guy, he was busted up. Apparently, they ran into somebody after they ran into us. So, yeah, depending on how long this person's been missing.
What time is it? Maybe we should put on the news just in case. See if anything's
Probably
on
be
there.
a rebroadcast of earlier stories, but sure. It clicks on his.
Do you guys
It's a guy-
explain to me what the fuck you're talking about? Because I have no idea. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Those Russian guys are killing people.
Yep.
And if he was busted up after what happened last night when they swooped in, saved their lives, remember that part?
Yeah, but
Uh,
are you looking? I don't know that you're looking for somebody.
Oh, that part, yeah, about the
That-
Joey and the Nicholas.
Oh yeah.
And/or-
that.
All right. So you guys kind of are throwing your ideas together at this point, thinking things over. You throw on the TV, throw on KYW. There's nothing really on the news regarding anything relevant that you can hear. So what do you guys do from there then? Do you guys go home? Do you go back to Millie's? Do you go to the circus? I don't know. What do you guys do?
Oh man, Saturday night coming in Sunday.
I'm very
can't
interested
sell
in the
anything at this
statue
point.
again. I know I'm not supposed to touch it now, because I know Lenny's gonna maybe kill me or his people. But
Just forget about it. It's no good. No good for nobody. And look, if you're not gonna call that lady, I'll probably maybe drive up there tomorrow, or at least call to see if they're open.
Well,
Just out of
yeah,
curiosity.
I mean about that. I mean, what exactly would you want me to ask her, just to make sure that the statue's safe or that she still has it? I mean, I'm sure I could check on that. It wouldn't be too big of a deal.
Exactly. Or has she gone missing too? Or is she out there biting heads, or whoever she gave it to? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this thing spreads, but I know that statue is bad news, and it could happen again, because it just did. As long as this thing's
All
around,
right.
we still got a problem.
the auction house is definitely not open.
No,
Sunday,
but
right?
Walter does have her home number. I just wasn't exactly sure what exactly I was going to say to her. But yeah, I mean, that does sound kind of important. What time is it, though, at this point?
It's about 9:30.
All right, that's not terribly late.
This day and age, 85 is acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll give, well, you know what? Might as well. Let me just try the gallery first.
All right. You try the art gallery, and it rings, and rings, and rings, and there is no answer.
All right, then I'll try Vanessa's home number.
You try Vanessa's home number, it rings one time, and you hear someone pick up the phone, and he goes, "Vanessa, is this you?"
Hello? No, this is Walter Pendergast. To whom am I speaking?
You're speaking to Giorgio, Vanessa's husband.
Oh, hello. I had hoped to speak with Vanessa, but judging by your greeting, have you not spoken to Vanessa recently?
We haven't seen her in the whole day at this point.
That's concerning. It's maybe coincidental, maybe not, that you mentioned this. May I ask, the statue she had curated recently, the very unattractive one, let's say, do you know if she still has that in her possession or at the gallery?
As far as I know, it was at the gallery.
I say, well, that's good.
You were talking about the Jukanovic, yes?
Yes, the Jukanovic. I should have assumed you knew about it. It's kind of a big deal.
Yes, worth a lot of money. She had put a lot of work into it. We're hoping that she turns up soon.
Yes, of course. I had repaired the statue for her. I had basically just had hoped to see if it was still in good condition and everything was okay. It's a somewhat unordinary piece, and trouble seems to follow it around.
He says to you, I'm sorry to hear that this trouble follows the statue. Hopefully it does not follow Vanessa much longer. I must get off the phone, however. We don't want the line to be busy in case she calls.
Of course. I'll certainly keep an eye out for her as well. I hope for her safe return.
Says, thank you very much, Mr. Walter. And he hangs up.
As do I. Well, that was unexpected. Perhaps you were right there, Lenny. I mean, it was unexpected for me, but maybe not for you.
Yeah, I had a inkling or two.
What else are you not telling us here, if you don't mind me asking? Or should we not know? He kind of puts his hands up in the air, like, what? I'm uncertain what we're dealing with these days.
Probably better that you don't, all right? More or less what I know. The other names, forget about it, all right? We know the statue's bad news. And, Heather asked me to look into what happened before, so... maybe I learned of a couple individuals that may have had contact with it. However, everybody's pretty much missing at this point, as far as I know. So, that's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, really weird. Well, what about the other two ends of this? I mean, should we maybe call Millie or the Russians?
I want to ask you to call the Russians.
Why don't you give me Millie's address? I'll swing by there. I'll just have a look.
Should we all go?
Yeah, can I go with you?
I mean, I
Get a
All
ride.
right, everybody. There's a lot of room in there. Everybody
Shotgun.
pile in.
All right.
Do you guys drive over to Millie's house?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
lock the
like a
place
little
up.
cruise by, like a slow cruise by, just to see if anything's stands out, like maybe the door being open still.
All right. You cruise by, and you see that as you pull up to Millie's street, you see that the storm door is open. It's like flapping in the wind. It's like slamming against the door and then slamming shut, and like slamming almost shut again, and slamming against the
Russian's
against the
car
wall
is still
again.
there.
You don't see the Russian's car there.
Oh. Then
Says, I don't think we should stop here.
yeah, no, I keep going.
Keep going where?
Just cruising by.
Okay.
Down the street, a couple blocks before kind of pull over and stop for a moment.
Okay. You pull over and stop.
Look at these two. I say,
I say, wait,
maybe,
if she's turned, there's no way we should get out and be walking around on foot. I don't know what the plan here is.
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Maybe we go find your Russian friends then,
Yeah,
see
that's what I was
how
gonna say.
how they did. If the car ain't here, then maybe they finished it and we got nothing to worry about, and all the disappeared people are gonna come back well and good. But
Walter, don't you know where they live?
Ish. I think I could remember around where they took me. I'm not sure of the house, but I know the block. We could certainly look for the cars, see if they're parked and things are casual.
I think we should go there.
Okay, so you guys swing by the Bustleton neighborhood, and after driving around the block a couple times, you do not see the car that Eugene and Ivan drove in.
Okay. I say, well, the place they're staying is just a rented room. It would make sense that they wouldn't bring any trouble back there. But
Maybe so.
Where did you do your business before when you went off with them?
down in the Bridesburg area, there were some abandoned docks. I don't think we should go anywhere near there, though. There's probably remains of a person in that area.
There's probably lots.
Probably.
Well, I suppose we could drive by that area and just see if we see their car, maybe, if you want to do that. But again, I mean, just anywhere on foot right now seems extremely risky.
I mean, Lenny, would you mind driving there? You think we should check it out?
I guess let's go. I'm not tired. We just had coffee. It's all very exciting and all, and you know, I kind of want to make sure I don't get attacked on the street anymore when I walk around. So I'm kind of curious to know more.
Where are you headed to?
I guess
The
that
docks.
Bridesburg area where we had found that second abandoned dock.
Yes. Okay. All right. So you found the abandoned dock again, this time in the Bridesburg area. And
We're just
you don't
driving
see,
by. We're not really like, you know.
Right. You don't see the car there.
Okay.
You don't see any evidence of anything. It's pretty dark, but you don't see anything there. Definitely no definitely no car that matches the same kind of description as Eugene and Ivan's car.
Gotcha. I say, well, I'm kind of out of ideas with that. I mean, I could certainly call him tomorrow, but...
You guys got any ideas what to do for the rest of the night?
Not really. Doesn't seem like we'll know much more until tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, unless we get any calls, I feel pretty terrible. He kind of looks at you, Heather. He's like, I'm really sorry about all this. I wish I knew what to do here, Heather.
I can't process it myself. It doesn't feel real yet, but I don't want anybody else to get hurt. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to go home. I want to go to the museum or something the auction house. I want to see if the statue's in there. I just
That's an idea.
can't go home.
We could drive by the gallery, see if there's any evidence of any foul play there.
I'll give you gas money, Lenny.
You guys gonna drive all the way up the Bala?
On a whim to see if there's any. Well, probably not. I mean, why? I really don't want to. No, they would be closed. I don't think anything's gonna be happening. Honestly, I mean,
It's a little indoor blizzard or anything going on in there.
Yeah, right.
Windows shattered in like windows shattered in the shape of a monster. Like, the cutout of a monster.
All right. They're all just meeting up around the statue, telling stories.
Yeah, I think I'm just gripping at straws at this point.
One thing, Heather, why don't you still got the number of that detective that you spoke to before?
Thompson?
I do.
He just
Yes.
told you not to call him again.
Yes, I do.
Let me take that number off you.
Ah, good one.
All right.
All right, so you
Oh,
give
wait,
him
yeah.
Thompson's number.
Just in case, I'm gonna have him maybe look into like a little random tip that something happened at Millie's. maybe we'll
Oh,
find out.
he's such a piece of shit. He's not going to tell you anything. I know it.
I say, I don't really necessarily need him to tell us anything. I think it'll probably end up being on the news or something.
I mean, like an anonymous tip, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm not going to call him from home or nothing.
Right, of course. All right.
So do you guys have any other ideas what to do tonight?
Not really.
All right. I'm going to say you guys head home then.
I think so.
Yeah, give Heather a ride.
Give Heather a ride home.
It's not too far from my spot, anyway.
You guys each have a kind of a long drive up to Heather's house and back. Not much said between you two. Just kind of a dark and deep silence that's going on. You guys are both just going over what's happening in your heads. You drop Heather off. You head home, Lenny. And Walter, you go to bed as well. Walter, that night, you have a dream. You have a dream that you are talking to Millie. You guys are hanging out at the library together. And you guys are just picking books off the shelves, pulling out little excerpts here and there, laughing at each other. And then, Walter, you see Millie's eyes turn red. And then you feel your eyes turn red.
Oh, shit.
And then you both start to grow together, and then you wake up.
Damn.
However, next day on KYW, in the morning, you guys wake up, and each of you can hear this. Maybe not Heather. I don't know how early she's going to wake up. She might wake up early. I don't know. But at least Lenny and Walter will hear this on the radio, on KYW.
Top story today, a grisly scene in the Lawndale section of Northeast Philadelphia. Librarian Mildred Thiebley was found dead and mutilated in her home, along with the body of an unknown male and the dismembered remains of respected art curator Vanessa Bellagrosso. No suspects are currently under investigation.
And that's what the news says, and that's where we're going to end this episode, guys.
No. Oh, man.
But
I'm lost me again.
next time we get back together, we're going to do the investigator development phase, which is leveling up. But until then, remember, sanity is overrated. Hey, this is George. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are also a podcast that you can check out wherever you listen. We are on TikTok and Instagram at That Cthulhu Jawn, and you can email us with any questions or comments at thatcthulhujawn@gmail.com.